This next clip goes into how to generate orders. Orders are generated for the vendors so that based on the inventory so that they don't order any items that are not required, and we only get the items that are currently sold in the last week. So how to generate an order? For that we'll need to go to reports from the home page, and you'll need to select the store that you need to make an order for. So let's say we were going to make an order for 115 ANJ Food Mart. You would just click on ANJ Food Mart here, and that would open up all the other options that you can do for that particular store. Once you click on that and all your options open up, you need to go to the store tab. Scroll down under merchandise. There is merchandise orders. So you'll click on that and another window will open up. And so here you can create the order for all the vendors that you want to create orders for. Now it is very important to understand how this works. So first we'll select the vendor. Let's say we were making an order for what's the vendor? Coca-Cola. Okay, so Coca-Cola. So it brought up the vendor, it brought up the order number. Now the delivery date is not always right on here, so you need to select the delivery date that the vendor brings their order on. Right now, it is right that we get our deliveries on Wednesdays, and so you'll select 18th, and here you'd select the next week's delivery date, which would be the 25th. Let's say if it was a holiday season and we were going to get a delivery one day early, and next week you would get a delivery one day late, then you would select 17th over here, and the next week you would select 26th. So the system would uh, generate an order according to that so that we would not run out of anything. So right now it's 18th and the second week's delivery date is 25th. Then you have a bunch of options down here. This option, when you click on it, only orders items that are with cost advantage. Now, when you have a cost advantage is that when you're buying same item from several different vendors. But as far as Coke is concerned, we don't buy Coke from anybody else, so we don't use that option. And exclude items with no retail would actually work for a vendor like Cisco, where we buy supplies from, or Sam's Club. So since it's Coke, we don't have to select that also. And then the second, other option is this: show only items needed to order, also show items not needed to be ordered, and show all items for this vendor. We usually click on show only items needed to order because we don't want to order anything that has not been sold anyways. So we are not going to go with any other options. But this option in particular is good if you want to pull all the items for that particular vendor and then assign minimum stock for all those items. So this option is good for that. Anyway, so show only items needed to order, and leave all these other options alone and just say generate. It takes a second, so alright, so here it brought up 71 cases to be ordered, and you could see what all 71 cases are there by clicking on groceries, and it will bring up all the details in here. These are all the items that we buy from Coke and that needs to be ordered. So if you look at the first item, 12.5 Classic, this is the VIN number for that item, this is the UPC for that item, and this is the name. So on hand quantity right now it says is 0. Forecast, it's forecasting to sell 70 bottles in a week, and minimum stock has been set to 20. So the item it needs to order is 90, which is 4 cases. So there's 24 in a case, 4 to 8 and 6, so 96 bottles you would get by ordering 4 cases. Now it also brings up your cost and retail here. You'd buy it for $49.80 and you'd sell for $80.10. Again, you could change this order, and you could change any of these numbers by just simply clicking on them. You can change forecast because it's based on your sales, but you could change minimum stock. Let's say you only wanted to keep 15, then you would click on 20, enter 15, and hit the enter key. So it would update that and will also update the items to order. Now let's say if you wanted to change the items to order, you can always change the number of bottles to be ordered, and it would change the case down here, or you could just change a case down here and change the number of bottles. So let's say if I wanted just one, then you see how it changed 85 to 24. Now if you go down and you see a product that you don't want to order anymore, then you just click on remove and it would take that order. It would take that item out of this order. Okay, so once you generate the order, I usually go down each line and see whether the items that I need are there or not, or is it ordering an extra case for an item, or then I change the quantity. For example, right here, it needs 27 bottles, and in a case you get 24 bottles. So for 3 extra bottles, it's ordering an extra case. You could either go with this, or you could just change that to 1 case. Okay, going down, let's see if there's anything else we see. Okay, you see the cost is different here. It's saying the cost for 1 case is around 100, around 50 some dollars. So, which is not right. So don't pay attention to this. When the invoice comes in, it will be completely different. The next thing is, let's say there is an item that you need to order, but it's not on here. Then you could just say go to add line, and you could get the item that you need to order and punch it in here. For example, 1 second, let me get a bottle. Okay, I have a 12.5 Diet Coke in here. Let's remove it first. 12.5 Diet Coke, let's remove it. And then we want to add an item in here. So we would go to add line. And it's an 8-digit code, so it'll have to be UPCE 049013009. And then you'd click on search, and it pulled up that item in here. Now let's say you want to order 1 case, and you just do 1 and hit add, and see there it added 1 item on here, but it just added 1 bottle. So you need to just make sure that you get 1 case here. Okay, what else? Okay, let's say once you are done finalizing this order, then you can just leave this order like this, or you could click on Excel and simplify the order for the vendor or for anybody else who needs to see the order. And then also you can click on convert into invoice, and it will take this order and convert it into invoice. Let's do that. Let's say we'll just give it a dummy invoice number, and the date would be 118. Then you'll just click on convert, and you see it does it pretty fast, and it converted into an invoice. Now this page is something new. We haven't talked about it, so we'll talk about this page in the next video clip. But this is your invoice, and it tells you what the cost is and what the retail is. Okay, thanks.